Hello, I'm Starrock. I'm gonna do kind of a little walkthrough tutorial of Xenopurge, focusing entirely on the Huntsman and the Sentinel squads. I'm really not gonna go on the other two. I mean, I guess maybe if people like these videos and want me to make more, I could. Primarily, I'm just gonna kind of show my uh, strategy that I employ, the logic I use for them. I'm not going to say I'm the best player. I do have a little over 200 hours in the game, and I play exclusively on the higher difficulties. But I know, I'm just talking to people on the Xenopurge Discord, that there are people who are definitely better at the game than me. I just love the game and kind of like talking about it, and I like helping folks learn the new strategies. I know some people struggle with them to get break that difficulty ceiling. But there will be some spoilers here. You're going to see the names of the other squads. I won't really go into the last two squads much, but I'm not going to hide too much about it. I would recommend playing the game without looking at this or any other video. Just dive in, play the game, explore it, do the story. If you hold down spacebar, you will step away from this console and be able to walk around and do the story mode where you read emails and whatnot. We're not going to go into any of that. This is just a pure strategy portion of the game. I'm not going to talk too much more about it. I am going to play in real-time mode, not where you can pause the game. I feel like the game is better. I normally play turn-based on everything. The real-time aspect of this game was almost a turn-off for me. They didn't have the ability to pause when I first started playing in early access, and I'm kind of glad for it now. At the time, I was really, really wanted it. But after playing in real-time mode, the pressure it puts on you is good. That being said, the pause mode is a fine way to learn the game, and a lot of people would hate trying to do all this stuff on the fly. If I will try to talk while I do it, I should be able to. If it doesn't feel right, if I can't properly run this video during real time, I'll try pause mode. But for now, we're just gonna do real time. So we're gonna start here. I'm not gonna look at these other squads. We're gonna do Sentinel Strike. They're the basic. Well, actually, let's do Huntsman Corpse. People struggle a little bit more with the Huntsman because they've got fallback, which is a harder thing to manage than Sentinel Strike, who starts with a guy who's got charge. Fallback, your guy runs away and doesn't shoot, which is problematic for some people. It just takes some getting used to. I will say the biggest thing about these guys, about this game, is being able to manipulate your troops' movements, because these guys kind of do their own thing. You tell them to go recon, you don't have a lot of control over specifically how they do it. There is an order called Head to Room that allows you to specifically order them to a place. As a personal kind of challenge, I guess, I wouldn't even call it that, but as a personal decision, I don't use the Head to Room command. I don't have it as an option here, but it's an order I could buy. I never will. I like this game as something where I've got to kind of work with my troops' orders and logic. Head to Room overrides that, and mainly it makes the game a little more micromanagey than I want to do. And I get by pretty fine without Head to Room. For a lot of people, Head to Room is the key to their enjoyment of this game, so feel free to try it on your own. It just lets you directly tell a troop to override their logic and go to a specific room. Incredibly handy in a lot of circumstances. I live without it. So let's start the Huntsman Corps. Starting on Sector F, we're going to go max difficulty here because that's just how I roll. Variant 1, the other variants, when you unlock them, are challenge modes, basically. You get access, they skip the first three missions, and you get access to your third guy right away, pre-made weapons and whatnot. They're fun, they're interesting, I'm glad I played through them. I actually learned a couple tactics that I otherwise would not have used, but they don't feel like the main real game for me. Variant 1 gives you your base squad, start of the mission. Let's get it started. First thing I do is I look ahead to everything after the fourth guy, and I kind of plot my route here. So I'm not going to take the upper path because I do not do, I just refuse to. It's just not fun for me. VIP missions after you get your fourth guy, because you lose the fourth guy and the VIP replaces him, and I like my guys. I put credits and effort and work into them, and I want to play them. So here's the one, I guess you could call it, kind of cheesy thing I do. There is no path after the fourth guy that doesn't have a VIP in it. So we're just gonna exit to main menu and start again. It's the only thing that I save scum on. I have a little bit of a cold, so if I sound stuffy, that's why. So bottom path has a blocked off part there, but I could get around it. Okay, so this is good. I can do this without hitting a VIP. So then after I've verified that once I get here, I'll be able to proceed without getting trapped by a VIP mission. I look here, and I do the opposite. I kind of look for where the elite missions are, which pay more. That's the red little skulls there. And then the VIP missions, because I like having a third guy to run around and do all of the menial tasks, let's say. So I see a route that'll get me 2 VIPs, or the option to do some elite missions if I want for the extra money. So I'm going to kind of run along the bottom here. Looking ahead, I can kind of see what I'm going to get access to. I'm going to have a lot of melee early on, which is going to be fantastic. I prioritize melee typically. I like my guys being able to recon a little bit on their own, which involves hitting certain break numbers. Scouts have 10 health, so with Shaw and Kareen here, I need to get both their melee over 4. I need to get them to 5. So at the very least, they can kill a scout in 2 hits. And then it's like 10, 20, and 30 are basically the break points for the various guys. So you want increments of 5. It's not the end of the world, because like if these guys shoot somebody once or twice, well, they're still going to kill them in a couple of hits. But if they get jumped, it's going to take them 3 hits right now to kill a guy. So the problem with one of the problems with Huntsman is they are the most vulnerable to start. I'm going to do a secure package, one of the harder mission types. I always separate my guys. I basically will never run them together. I'm looking for a spot to put this turret right out of the gate. This first mission, I know there's no sleepers, so the opening moves here, the opening enemies are always the same. There's always, in the first wave, for the first mission, one scout running around. In the second mission, we're going to actually group this guy, yeah, because there's a spawner there. And if you look at the timer up top, I'm about to hit a wave. And I do not want Carradine to face it alone. So we're just going to fall back and then send these 2 guys out together. They'll probably get jumped here, and that's fine. They'll just kill them. And they'll actually get to shoot this one. This is a lot of what it is. What you saw there, where I had Carradine pull back to Shaw, that is like really at its core what makes this game easy or hard, is whether or not you keep control of your guys. Shoot, I'm going to lose that turret. That's fine. Whether you can keep control of your guys, you really can get them to do what you need them to do. I'm going to tell them to focus, so Carradine will protect his our package carrier. And then I'm going to tell these guys to just extract. It's the faster move. They get +4 to their speed, so they're going to zip away. With 10 seconds to go, I can get into that extract and out of here. Not before they spawn, but before they'll be able to get to me. I could have done that a little better, protecting my turret a little better, but I knew it would be fine. So there we go. The first mission, I always explore every room. If I can't manage to explore every room in the first mission, I'm not worthy of doing it. So I got 2 credits out of that, 7 credits, strong start. We're going to do one more mission, and then I'll end this video, and the next one would be shorter. Probably less me talking. Grabbing My upgrade here, so I also look when I'm purchasing things. I can see I'm gonna get more melee upgrades. I'm gonna have all sorts of melee options later down along my kind of chosen path, which means I can be pretty picky about this. Don't want the negative to accuracy on these guys. Gauntlets are always a pretty solid choice early on. Not too expensive. I'm going to put it on my stand and fight guy because he's more likely to get in melee and would benefit from the accuracy boost. I save money more than most people. I am willing. I try to rely more on skill early on to bank some money early on. So I've got options when upgrades come, especially with Huntsman, because you definitely want. There is like a world where fallback, because you can see him falling back faster. He gets a speed boost and an accuracy boost when he's falling back. And there's people who swear accurately that fallback is actually really, really cool for that. That accuracy boost, that speed boost makes it really powerful. I like shooting, so I will almost certainly. Oh, he's gonna get in trouble, so get out of there. Caradine, go to Shaw. Because those guys are about to spawn. You can see it. And Caradine's actually going to be doing really important work here. We're going to have him drop a turret right here because it's the perfect spot for it. Mission 1 through 3 is the hardest for these guys in my opinion. Let's have him extract. So here's what I'm doing here is I'm not actually having him extract. I just want him on this side of the map to offset that turret. And now, when someone comes down here, they're going to get stuck between both these guys. Making this spitter completely useless. Couldn't do anything. He's trapped between a rock and a hard place. Then I'm dropping a mine here. Seems like a weird place to drop a mine, but it ensures... Actually, I'm going to get my guys out of here. We don't need to be heroes. Maybe there's something cool in that room. After the first mission, I'm not going to fight through a spawner to get to it. If there's one credit in there, it's not worth potentially getting one of my guys killed. So, discretion is the better part of valor. Don't get greedy. I put that mine there so if a spitter came out, it would back into the mine. Still doing great on money. I'm going to end this video and we'll start the next one afterwards.